Hello, this is Steve Bucks Coins and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at a set of photographs, a set of stamps that belong to a group that is very well known and has already had a £5 Legends of Music coin, and shortly afterwards, well, a little while afterwards, maybe a year or so afterwards, we have the actual stamps that came out. The group, of course, is the Who, and it says Roger Daltrey, Pete Townsend, John Entwistle and Keith Moon formed the Who in 1964. Within 5 years they went from performing club shows to headlining Woodstock Festival and becoming the biggest box office draw in the world. The group changed the way rock music was presented live and produced records that were often intelligent and challenging in content while pushing technological boundaries, both on stage and in the studio. I'll take a little exception with that. I'm not sure they were the biggest rock group in the world. They're certainly a very huge rock group. The band embraced different genres of music, from proto-punk to soft rock, mock opera to rock opera, and heavy rock to orchestral rock. Again, I don't believe proto-punk was actually ever a movement. Soft rock, I'm not sure you can say the Who was soft rock. Pop rock, maybe that's what they mean by soft rock. Mock opera and rock opera, certainly rock opera, Tommy. Heavy rock, yeah. Orchestral rock, well, that was tended to be done by other people using their music, so you can't say it's really them. They produced songs that spoke to disaffected youth, and the Who themselves grew older. The middle-aged Pete Townsend, as chief songwriter, became the voice of his generation. Along their 60-year journey, the Who lost Keith Moon in 1978 and John Entwistle in 2002. But Roger Daltrey and Pete Townsend continued to thrill audiences with some of the best rock music ever written. They also supported a host of charities for which they have raised millions of pounds in funding over the years. I don't disagree with that last part. I believe Jason, Zach, Ringo Starr's son, Zach, I believe, drums with them, or has done in the recent past. Right, let's have a look at these actual things. So, if I move that off and put the first one down, this is to do with the top stamp, and it's the Who, and it's their first album cover, My Generation. A very famous song of theirs, but it was also a title of one of their albums. The second one, which is this one with the blue lattice, is Tommy, which was the rock opera that we were talking about. Probably the most famous song from that was Pinball Wizard. Another album cover, Who's Next? A bit of a desolate shot, isn't it? Another one that was like a rock opera type thing, Quadrophenia. very well known album by The Who. Next one, a very famous album, Who Are You? Play on the name of the band there. I'm not sure which album that one was, but that bottom row there was the replacement drummer for Keith Moon. I can't remember his name either. I remember him actually playing with The Who, but don't actually remember his name. Terrible. The last but one stamp is an album called The Who. And a final album, I'm not sure, but I think it may be Detour, although don't quote me on that because I'm not 100% sure. But it could be Detour, which is one of the photographs. There were then 4 other postcards. This one you've already seen earlier on, but this was these are all £2 supposed stamps. They're elongated stamps, as you can see. And the first one is a very early picture of The Who. Roger Daltrey, Pete Townsend. Roger Daltrey, Pete Townsend, Keith Moon, and the bassist Entwistle, John Entwistle. A live picture of the band. Pete Townsend doing his jumping jack impressions. John Entwistle just minding his own business. Roger Daltrey giving his all, and I'm not sure who the drummer is. He's being obscured by Roger Daltrey. Next one shows something that the band is well renowned for, and that's breaking instruments, or Pete Townsend in particular, breaking instruments. Smashing his guitar into an amplifier. Wonder how much that cost them in today's money. How much that would have cost them? A couple of grand, easily. Maybe 5 or 6 grand. And the final one is a very, very early version during the time when rock was going around in shirts that were very sort of ruffled shirts and what have you. And you have a very young Pete Townsend, Keith Moon, Roger Daltrey and John Entwistle. So Peter's this end one, Keith Moon, Roger Daltrey and John Entwistle. Those last 4 or 5 with the cover card have not been released as stamps as far as I know, and they're certainly not part of the upper collection. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have, whoa, not so high. If you have, can you please give me a thumbs up? Excuse me. If you have, can you give me a thumbs up? Also, if you've not yet subscribed to the channel, could you please at least think about doing so? And I'd love to have you ready for the new year and a new set of videos that I'll be bringing out then. If you're having a hunt, I hope you have a successful one and you're buying the coins you're looking for. If you're buying coins, then I hope you can get the coins you want for the price you want to pay. Thank you for staying to the end, and until we do meet up next time, from me, bye bye. Ta-da now.